All right, thank you everyone for the invitation. Thank you, Dr. Lansky, and all of JSCAI. I'll be talking about the JSCAI Editorial Fellowship, quite an experience for me. As far as I could remember, SCAI was the society for interventional cardiologists, and this started really for me as an intern with my first opportunity presenting research at the first sessions in 2015, and each year thereafter into my fellowship training as well as intervention. And so coming from a relatively unknown hospital, initially a couple early connections really opened up future connections for me, and then once I got to MedStar Washington Hospital Center, the opportunities really opened up. And so I found myself on this SCAI early career pathway, having been a fellow in training and completed some of the fellows courses. So I was well on my way, I felt. So fast forward to the conclusion of my final fellowship, the summer of 2022, an email call for applications goes out. Fellows in training and early career interventionalists can apply to the JSCAI Editorial Fellowship Program. I didn't really know what that was, but it sounded interesting. I kind of knew that JSCAI had just launched as the journal of the society, replacing CCI, and already publishing great work. And in looking at the JSCAI leadership, it was a no-brainer to me that this is really going to be a unique and great opportunity for myself and anyone interested, having already met a couple of the editorial leadership in my early career. So they had marketed as an opportunity to provide either fellows in trainings or early career interventionalists the opportunity to enhance their skills as critical reviewers, obtain firsthand experience as editors, and have the opportunity to contribute editorials and conversations when appropriate. And so I figured there was no harm in trying. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. From the JSCAI perspective, they really didn't know what to expect either in terms of the number of applications or actually how many they would accept. Luckily, I got in, and in looking at some of my colleagues, this is really a great group of individuals, young, eager, energetic. This is the future of the field pretty much. There were about 50 applicants and 9 accepted. And as you go through the list of the editorial fellows, they're all very well accomplished so early in their career. Mohammed out of UC Davis, Paul out of Australia, Vic out of West Virginia University Hart, Mayo Clinic out of Deep, Catherine Lee Choi out of Loma Linda, also Vinayak out of Mayo, Kunjan Shah out of the University of Florida, and Saras, as we know, out of Brown University, all well accomplished so early in their careers. So it was really an exciting opportunity to be able to work with these individuals. In addition, we were paired with an editor specific to our area of interest, which helped introduce us to the JSCAI editorial procedures. We also received training on the peer review system. And the initial expectation was that the editorial fellows would review up to 12 manuscripts over the first 2 years and attend JSCAI editorial board calls as well as required to discuss their reviewed manuscripts. The weekly editorial board meetings were great. They're virtual. You can access them from anywhere. It's an open discussion with legends in the field, an opportunity to present papers we reviewed during meetings, and it really was an unparalleled experience to the inner workings of this journal as it evolved. And the JSCAI reviews were also tailored to our interests within the field, so it was a win-win. Just to give you a little bit of data, in the first 14 months of the inaugural class, the mean number of manuscripts reviewed were 16, encompassing the entire field of intervention. And the number of editorials published by the JSCAI editorial fellows just a few months ago was up to 9, with many more in press. And that was really just scratching the surface. As a new program, part of a new journal, the JSCAI editorial fellowship evolved and expanded to include many more opportunities for those eager, including additional editorial writing and personal mentorship, including but not at all limited to the scope of JSCAI. Dr. Lansky is always looking for new opportunities to include and involve the editorial fellows. We're often relied to provide timely and meaningful reviews when needed to keep the review process going, and there are additional opportunities to publish editorials and conversations on papers we reviewed as well. Here's a great example of these opportunities with the help of Dr. Lansky and Dr. Rizik, working with Dr. Sattler and Dr. Waxman out of MedStar Washington Hospital Center. The editorial fellows will present published cases out of JSCAI at the monthly DMV Cath conference, which is great, really a great opportunity. In addition, my personal mentor, Susan Barron, has just been really great to work with. She's always looking out for me. I've been invited to work on some of the work with Protect 3. I'm invited to present as faculty at ACC this past year, and she's always there to provide personal advice regarding early career pathway and what I hope to be is an application to the ELM program one day. So as we go back to this, SCAI early career pathway, there are a lot of steps along the way here, which include training and education and ultimately becoming faculty. But I really believe that the JSCAI Editorial Fellowship deserves a spot on this pathway because of what it can offer. As it pairs you with an editor, you attend the board call meetings, you enhance your peer review skills, your writing skills, and then you get recognition at SCAI sessions. So in summary, this JSCAI Editorial Fellowship, in my opinion, is setting the precedent and laying the groundwork for a journal, which in its infancy has already accomplished so much. The sky is the limit with the JSCAI Editorial Fellowship. Future editorial fellows will have even more involvement and exciting opportunities as the journal continues its rapid ascension. Thank you.